I believe in music. It's a long time coming. When I wrote it, it was a couple of things going on, but music has always been there. I mean, ever since I was a little boy, that's always been my refuge. And I think all artists are like that. This, no matter how introverted I get, it's like I can always get in my own world with the music, or if it's a painter, I imagine with that painting, that's mine. And then this project, I encompassed everything, because as I'm getting a little more mature, I'm realizing that I won't be doing this forever, so I wanted to document it. And at the same time, I'm noticing my daughters, who are so talented as artists, but they're talented as writers also. Like the song that Gina wrote that's on there, Worth the Wait. She wrote that when she was like 16 years old, and we're just now recording it. Chloe was in the process of trying to get in touch with different A&R people in Los Angeles, and she just, off top of her, I never even knew she could write. She wrote the ballerina song. She wrote that, I don't know, in an afternoon, because of this producer asked her to write something, and it tripped me out. I didn't know she could write. Lonnie, on the other hand, now here's, if I had anybody that I can be more like, she just does whatever she feels like doing. Very good. She's studying to be a doctor. She wants nothing to do with this kind of life. If I can get her to perform this song, it'll be a miracle. The rap. She's the one that wrote, "Jazz is the heart and the soul of Kansas City." And I thought, God, this kid is so spontaneously good. So I asked her to write me a rap about Kansas City jazz. 2 days later, this is what happened. And I think she was about, Lonnie must have been about 17 when she wrote that. Maybe 16, yeah. Not a kid anymore. Got kids of my own, got my first grandkid. I started thinking I want to leave something. And everybody has a story to tell about everybody else. I wanted to have something documented of what I do. So I went back. When I had this band, Lonnie and the Band, we used to do In the Basement. And so I went back and I put that back together. Then I still started thinking about all these other songs that I do. And it's ironic, because even when we started having the McFadden brothers, I still thought like I did with the band. Still had that basic same way of thinking when I started putting songs together for Ronald and I. And so it was like this. The first song I believe that I wrote for Ronald and I was this. Oh, it was My Time. It was My Time. And it's that same concept. The bass line, in my opinion, is like a counter to the melody. So I'm thinking ba ba doo ba, and I'm hearing the rhythm section grooving. So then you got something like El Monte Cristo. That's ba ba da. It's the groove. It's just a laid back thing. It's more of an attitude thing, and that's again. It's kind of got that Latino kind of thing in it. I grew up listening to Rafael Mendez, just like I grew up listening to Dizzy Gillespie and Louis Armstrong. And so I've always had a little bit of that in me, and as a trumpet influence, and that's definitely a part of the way I think. It's got that dark, like a guy riding through town in a sombrero, and he's got a raw thing about him. This song is kind of interesting the way it evolved, because it started off from me trying to figure out the chord changes to this jazz song I was messing with, and it woke me up. I kept thinking about it. I just got this piano, and I said, let me go in there and mess with it. It was like, I don't know, 9 o'clock in the morning. So I came and I kept hitting the wrong chords, and I liked it. I was like, yeah. way it felt, it just felt so calming. It calming. It had, you know, that kind of effect. And it was like, it reflected everything that I was going through at the time, you know, because everything was just so great. I just started this relationship with the lady that I'm now married to. Wow. And before I knew it, you stepped into my life. And now look at me, no trouble and strife. I feel so happy. Every day things have changed. There's no more clouds and no more rain. I thank the Lord from up above. I never had this kind of love that you brought into my world. The kind of love that's shared between a guy and a girl. The kind of thing I never had any time before. I have it now and I want it more. I need to see you every day. I want the magic to stay. My heart, I believe that the music is such a big part of me, and all that I've grown to be. I believe in music. I want my story to be documented. I don't want other people to say, well, Lonnie was this or Lonnie was that, and some of it will be way better than I ever was. Some of it will be way more derogatory than I really want anybody speaking of my music. But this is it at this point. So this is the things that I wrote up to this point. Some of them are very new, like Our First Date in El Monte Cristo, and some of them go back to the very beginning, in the basement. First song I ever wrote. I was 17 years old. I believe the music's what sets us apart from the. You know, when you hear us do it, it'll be the Mark playing, which will make it sound unbelievable. Andrew or Ryan, all of them are great piano players. Donovan will be on drums, and more than likely it'll be Tony, Tyrone will be in Zach playing bass. All of these are great bass players, but again, that's the only reason I did it all, because I wasn't able to get everybody together enough to do, because we didn't get a chance to work all this out. So I believe in music. That's where it's at.
What you up to, man?